we are going to learn how to create a still life with multiple views. So we have something that is like a normal fitted to the page shape for my pencil, an up close version of my pencil, a different version of the up close, maybe even closer I would do. And then different view could be the back of the pencil, the eraser part, or even things from super far away. So I drew out my picture ahead of time by looking at the different shapes of a pencil and just kind of adding the line. So there would be a rectangle, a triangle at the top, another rectangle for the eraser holder, and then like a rounded eraser at the tip of the, well, I guess the back of it. And so I could get really close and just draw what I see, triangle on top of a rectangle, but all of these are kind of like a line. And this is a simple line drawing. To get it to the level where we have it with form, where it looks like there's shadows and line, and I could maybe even grab this off the page, that's where we use value. Value is the shading. So if I wanted to have fun and just use my pencil ahead of time and say, like, I would like to see the darkest pencil shade I could get, and I'm going to take my pencil, and you can use a regular pencil or maybe even a 4B or 6B ebony or whatever I had laying around, and I'm going to say that my sunlight's coming from my window. So I'm just going to say it's coming from the right side, and everything on the left side will have more of a value. And I like to even make like a big blobby before I even start. If I had like a whole fitted object on my page, I usually make it look like it's laying on a table or the floor or something. So I put like a shadow that's like a blob, and the blob is more shadowy going away from the window light source where I was, so it's like a blob. So that's like the darkest shade, like an 8 on my page. Then the pencil itself, when I look at the different parts of it, the pink is lighter than the silver, darker than the silver, and there's even different shadows in the pink. I see that from the dirt of the eraser. So I'm going to make that probably like around a 5, like this medium color. And if the lines of the pencil that I had drawn originally kind of start to leave, I press down and make a darker line on it. But the lighter, I can actually use my pencil, the lighter silver, I want it to be shaded less because it's silver, so it's sparklier, I guess. And then the pencil itself is yellow, and it's more shadowy down here. And these lines, you can accent them a little more just for the shadow's sake. But since it is a pencil, I can just leave it kind of in that 1 or 2 shade and just try to make the shadow very light underneath it and a little bit on these sides. For the diagonal shadow, I like to actually accentuate, like this is the yellow compared to the white. So I'm adding a little bit of shadow where the yellow paint was taken away by the pencil sharpener. And that way, it's mostly you're just darkening the surroundings around it, because you're seeing it from far away, and it's not just the pencil you're looking at in this picture, it's the whole composition. Is this on a table? Is this a shadowed, poor little pencil that fell on the ground? So I'm just leaving that guy here. The next one, if the light's coming from the window again, I'm going to shade everything on the left side a little bit more. So this is actually a pencil. When I hold it up, you can see the shadows are on the left side a lot more. So I'm using the side of my pencil and putting it like at a 6 at the darkest, maybe so far. And then on the next little, I guess like area of this, I'm going to make it like a 3. So I'm going to make it even lighter so I hardly can touch it. I can even just take my finger and blend in the first side and then kind of give it a little bit from the dirt on my hand, a little bit blended here, and I make it a little darker on that other side because it's really shadowy if I look at it in real true lighting and stuff. And then this one's a little bit medium. The one closest to the window, guess what? I'm gonna leave it at a 1 or a 2. So I'm just gonna kind of blend in the color a little, add a little bit more color to the one that was a little darker. And pretty much I'm done with that part of the pencil. The other part of a pencil that is showing shadow is this top part. This is a triangle, but it's really like a cone shape. So I'm gonna add it kind of like it's a very quiet line. I don't know why I'm whispering, but it gets lighter really fast, like right when the shading changes to this color too. So I'm just gonna add a little bit and then blend it together. You see how the shadow is only on the left side, just a little, and it goes very organically. It just kind of fills in a little, like a spider web. It just kind of creeps in a little bit on a rounded angle. And then, of course, the pencil lead is the color of the pencil lead I'm using. So there, I'd colored it a lot darker than that. And that, you could even add shadows to, but it's already pretty dark. It's pretty cool. So that, you could do a different kind of background. We can color it later, but I feel like this one is complete. And we continue doing this for all of the shading until we get it to the point where we are satisfied with the different shading coming from one side only and highlighting the different shapes that we're actually looking at. So artists, when they use still life, can actually look at it and look for the highlights and lowlights or the shadows on it and be successful. So I hope that you enjoy making your value scale and shading your art.